and welcome. Should we do it? It's love night. I'm so excited about this. I have no idea what we're going to find, but we are going to get a healing on love tonight in the sanctuary. And thank you for joining me. I've got it broken down to 4 topics for tonight. First, we're going to get a healing on loving ourselves. Then we're going to get a healing on friendship love. Then a healing on supreme being divinity love. And then we'll wrap it up with relationship love, like romantic love. So I hope that sounds good to you. And I'm going to go ahead and set the energy for the night with a prayer. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. All right. Before I get started, I was just going to tell you guys that there's lots of different pictures about what love is. And I'm certainly no expert. So you're going to have to trust that I'm kind of looking at it through a universal picture of love. And I remember Lewis, the founder of the Berkeley Psychic Institute, this is how he used to define love, was present time, communication, and affinity. Well, then I was watching a TV show yesterday, and it was an author who is supposedly an expert. And he was saying that love was when you are so intimate with somebody that it's almost like you become one with the other person. Well, that's a totally different picture. So you're going to have your own picture of what love is. So I just wanted to let you all know that there's many different pictures of what love actually is. So tonight I'm going to do my best to clean out whatever energies are affecting those pictures. All right, so let's go ahead and start with loving yourself or self-love. Oh, and by the way, for those of you that are watching the replay on my YouTube channel, the way that I do these healings, it's for my sanctuary. So you're a member in the sanctuary. And what I do is work off of a composite. So I look at everybody in the sanctuary in a composite, and it helps me find matches so that I can clear foreign energy from everybody all at once. I just wanted to let you know that. All right, so back to loving yourself. There's, in loving yourself, there's a lot of buildup in the heart chakra. I'm going to do a little work in the heart chakra. It's almost like there's a plug in here in the heart chakra. And what I'm seeing is that a lot of you actually have some trauma that affects loving yourself. And that would be trauma from childhood. There's a connection about being judged harshly that has an effect on you and your ability to love yourself. And one thing I want to do, I was thinking about this earlier, is bring that love that we had as children back into your space, because it's such a genuine, rich vibration, that childhood enthusiasm and love. So I'm going to be filling you in with that tonight. Self-love is also affected by your family's pictures of you. That and that goes back to what I was saying about judgment having an impact on how you can or can't or do or don't love yourself. So I'm going to clean family energy out of that space. I'm watching some of you release jealousy too. That's coming out actually as a green energy. So that's good. That's a good thing. Oh, I like what I'm seeing. I'm starting to see you get back to a space where you're being very kind with yourself and gentle. It is so beautiful. I see this picture of like your higher self rocking yourself as a child, as a baby. And there's so much love and nurturing in that. And here's something that I just saw is that when you love yourself, it sets you up to be able to be more maybe compassionate, but also generous with your time and your own love. And unfortunately, a lot of you have placed self love down on the totem pole. And I'm going to see if I can help you move that priority of loving yourself up to the top. So, because this is a sanctuary full of healers, one thing is becoming very apparent to me, and that's that there's a program in a lot of your spaces about how you need to give and take care of others first before you can attend to yourself. And that's not so great. I'm going to work on that, see if we can't clear that. But that is healer programming, to attend to everybody else before you attend to yourself. That's working nicely to get that programming out of there. This space just got full. It got richer. Very good. You're bringing in different energy vibrations to change that whole space. And there's a lot of this really beautiful yellow gold coming in. And now it's when I'm going to bring in that childlike love. And when you bring in that childlike love, it makes you get interested in yourself again. That was really cool to see. All right, so that is self-love. Now I'm going to move on to love from friendships. This is a really sweet vibration, friendship, love. The first two things that I see affected are competition and jealousy. They're sort of similar. Jealousy is a competition energy, but the vibration here is very similar to what I was just talking about in the last topic that we did. Hold on, let me get my space here. Sorry, it's hard to hold a thought sometimes. There's so much kindness in this space, and it's a reciprocal kindness. So it's not just you and your kindness, you're showing me the kindness of your friends. This love, friendship love, also has the capacity to be long-lasting love. That's one of the things that's showing up. It has legs. And with friendship love, what I'm seeing is that a lot of the love is in the form of support, different than romantic love. I mean, let me take that back. Of course, you can be supported in romantic love, but my picture was like romantic love might be more physical, whereas this is more in the vein of being a support to the friend that you love. Boy, there's so much love to be mined from friendships. It's really incredible. It's just such a rich resource. One of the things that I see that can affect your friendship loves sometimes are because of a partner or spouse getting jealous or getting their competition into that space. Or your children. The way that I see friendship love as I'm working on you is that it's like this long ongoing thread through your life. And it's not as broken up or choppy as like maybe I might see romantic love, where it's like sections. But with friendship love, I just see it very continuous throughout your whole life. Okay. That one, other than for competition and the control energy, was pretty clean. I'm starting to fill that in with some gold. Okay. All right. So your friendship love space has been filled in with gold. And now I'm going to move on to divine love or love from supreme being. It's all the same thing. I'm just using different terms. So divine love. First thing I notice is a little energy on top of the crown, preventing a clean connection to supreme being. Good. You're starting to move that out. And some of you have what I'm going to call like a broken line to supreme being. So when you want to get in communication with supreme being, all you really need to do is create a gold line of energy from your crown chakra, center of your crown chakra, up to a gold ball of energy that represents supreme being. And when I'm looking at you all as a group, there are a number of you that have like dangling threads above your head. So that connection has been lost. And let me go ahead and see if we can't correct that. Okay, that's getting repaired because now I can see this beautiful, beautiful energy coming in. It is, well, it looks, I know I use this expression a lot sometimes, but it does look like liquid diamonds because it's multicolored, but it looks like it's kind of got a platinum gold base to it. And the main thing that I see when that connection is reestablished is this level of comfort that comes over you once you get back into that communication space with Supreme Being. I need to clean out a little bit of anger. Some of you are angry at Supreme Being. Lifetimes where you didn't, things didn't work out well for you, and you might have held energy against Supreme Being, that karma. I'm going to take a look at that now. Supreme Being is suggesting a forgiveness healing. So that's what I'm going to watch now. The forgiveness healing is releasing a lot of emotions from past lives, sadness, anger, some resentment towards Supreme Being coming out. There's not a lot of amusement about your past slave lifetimes, so there's a lot of stuck energy in slave lifetimes. Okay. There's a saying in the Bible, sitting at the right hand of God. And one of the things I'm going to do as I wrap up this particular healing is move you into that position where you are sitting at the right hand of Supreme Being. So what happens when you get moved into the right hand position of Supreme Being is that I saw your certainty come up, and you had a lot more certainty. Okay. And, sitting at the right hand of God or Supreme Being, however you want to say that, um, it it really empowers you, is what I see, because it brings you into a space of being that where your information is equal to Supreme Being's. It really has to do with the Supreme Being in you. Okay. You like staying in that position. I'm going to leave you sitting there. Um, yeah, that's a good space. You're telling me that there's a lot of comfort and confidence or certainty in that space. So I'm going to fill that in with gold. Oh, that was a beautiful gold that came in. Okay, now we go on to romantic relationship love. Let us take a look at this. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. The first thing that I see is like all these wild emotions. Like there's so much energy going on in this space. Some of it actually seems like panic. Oh, okay. So what that is there's a certain level of desperation in looking for romantic love. And I'm grounding that. And this healing doesn't have to be just for looking for love. It can be also to help enhance the love that you might already have in a relationship. One of the things that I see in romantic love is a difficulty in communicating or expressing oneself well. And there's a bunch of brown energy in that communication space. I'm working on that. Some of you have a disbelief that there's no more love for you, like it's too late to go find love this lifetime. But I think you're wrong. I think you can find love at any point in your life. When this space gets cleared, there is so much joy in the romantic love. And the picture that I was shown of this space being at its peak is the two partners holding hands, kind of, like when kids run in a circle and spin around. That's what I saw going on with the romantic love, is really interconnected, much like that one person's picture I was telling you about at the beginning, where the author that said that love is really when you become so intimate, it's like you become one. That's what I was just shown. That was very sweet, because it was also like something that children do when they're in love with each other and in that vibration. There is a certain amount of heart chakra energy that I'm working on right now, showing you where it is that you could release. This has to do with trust. So trust is a big issue in romantic love. Since that's such a big deal in relationships, I'm just doing a little sidebar over here and giving a healing to that trust vibration. And I'm finding as I work on this, it's not just about trusting others, it's also about you trusting yourself to make the right decisions. One thing I want to pass on to you that I'm seeing in these healings is that when you do love, or give love, it comes back to you tenfold. I see that in every one of these healings, that the ability to be generous with your own love will come back to you tenfold. Then there's some energy from past love of conflict. I want to clear that. Yeah, that conflict is coming out like a big chunk of energy, a big wave. There's browns and reds in there. This is good. We're going to get that out of there. then what I'm replacing that with is peace and harmony. Okay, let me take a step back. There's a realization going on right now in your space of the gratitude that you have for all the love in your life. That's a really nice thing to watch. Then a little bit of energy has come up about fear of love in a romantic relationship. It's a lot of white energy. You know, one thing about fear in relationships that I was looking at is one way that you can manage your fear is to work your mock-up space, because when you're actively creating that end picture for yourself, in what we do in a mock-up, we create that picture and then send it out into the universe. That's such a great way to fight that, to counter that. All right. Now I'm going to fill this romantic love space in with unconditional love. Okay. That was a really beautiful orange gold that came in. You look taller, like your energy just stood up after the healing. I thought that was pretty interesting. All right. Let me go ahead and close out the healing. May it be with the blessing of divinity that this love healing in the sanctuary tonight be complete. Amen. All right. Well, I would like to tell all of you how much I love you and how much I appreciate you, and my gratitude for all of you and the support that you've given me over the years. I really do love you. Thank you. And I just have a couple of announcements. We have another healing next week on mock-ups. And then next week on Thursday, so that one is on Tuesday, and on Thursday of next week is my class on women's intuition relationships. So of course that's very timely for Valentine's Day. And I believe we're getting our mock-up healing right before the day before Valentine's Day. So if you want to go and do a mock-up for yourself for romantic love after we clean out the mock-up space, that might be a good idea too. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for the love healing tonight. And I hope you have, our weekend is coming up, so I hope you have a great weekend.